Hello, Alexa here. Welcome back, or welcome for those who are new here. This is a fascial class focusing on removing cobwebs, really, to do a fluffing up of our fascia. This is a short standing sequence. The instructions will be short and sweet, and it will focus on those areas that particularly feel a little rusty and dusty after we've sat a long time or just after we got up. And it's a class for you if you need a little energizer and overall breath and movement back and ease of movement back. We start in standing. To tune into our nervous system, take your soft fists and we will stimulate the vagus nerve. This may sound now a little funny through the microphone. So, a little tapping of your breastbone. You can go a little up and down. And then take your hands to your rib cage. This can be further in the front or on the side of the body. And take a few deep breaths into your hands. Expanding the rib cage three-dimensionally as you breathe in. And relax as you breathe out. And again, breathing in three-dimensionally, front, back, sides. And breathe out. And again, breathing in and breathe out. And then let your hands go. The feet are hip-width distance apart. Your pelvis is centered over your feet and your rib cage floats above your pelvis and your shoulders drape over your rib cage. Take your arms over your head, arm arc, and then inhale, arm circle. Exhaling, arm arc, maintaining the centeredness of spine and pelvis, and inhale. Once more, bringing a fresh breeze into your body, and inhale. We wake up now the deep front line a little bit, pushing the base of your big toe into the ground. Inhale. Again, exhale, arm arc, and inhale. If you feel wobbly in this exercise, try to just minutely draw your feet isometrically together, just a little bit, and you feel your inner thighs may switch on. This could support you a little bit in this movement. As always, tiny little bit goes a long way. Play with your edge here and lower down. Now, bringing a little bit more mobility into our ankle joints and also spring and elasticity into our plantar fascia and Achilles tendon. Taking your arms up again and then a double knee bend. And arms lower, crossing the arms, alternating one hand in the front and then the other. And here, important that you imagine you're sliding down an invisible wall instead of bringing your behind out. So stay tall. And just go as far as your ankle mobility allows you. Your knees are tracking over the first and second toe. And one more. I just really like this exercise as it shows in your walking and overall movement ability. The next exercise is an introduction into a roll down, and we progressively will build up here. So again, finding a centered standing position, feet are hip-width distance apart, pelvis balanced over your feet, and shoulders relaxed. And now a little nodding action, keeping a space between your chin and your chest, and nodding to open up your nifty suboccipital muscles that live on the base of your skull. And then begin to roll down slightly without changing anything in your lower portion of the body. Roll down, your arms are relaxed, your hands are relaxed, your eyes are softly gazing until you feel a space created between your shoulder blade, an opening between your shoulder blades. Stay here, keeping the uprightness of your pelvis, taking a breath in, and notice the opening increasing. With your exhalation, roll up again. Take your arms overhead, releve, lifting your heels off the floor. And now a double knee bend, heels down, and back onto your toes. This may be challenging for you. You can also keep your heels on the ground if the heel lift is a note too much for you today. And then lower down. Always give it a try. We repeat this movement. Our roll down, finding our balance between both feet and front and back. And then begin a roll down. Pause when you reach the space opening in between your shoulder blades. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, continue your roll down, maintaining the uprightness of your pelvis, and only roll as far until you notice the opening sensation of your lower back, and as far as you can maintain an upright pelvis. Stay here, breathe in, tensioning the tissue, the fascia of the back, thoracolumbar fascia. Exhale, stay here. Again, inhale, arms relaxed, head relaxed. And then with your next exhalation, rolling back up, bringing your rib cage on top of your pelvis and your shoulder blades draping over your rib cage and your head balancing over your shoulders. Releve. Double knee bend, refreshing for the deep front line and the lowest portion of the superficial back line. And then release. Now step forward with your left foot. I'm mirroring you here. This can be a slight step so you can maintain your balance and the feet still hip-width distance apart, or imagine you're on train tracks so you can stand in your center. Take your left hand onto your left inner thigh. Lift your pubic bone slightly up. Bend your left knee so you notice the tension increasing on your upper thigh, on the ASIS. And now do a side bend to the left. Pubic bone lifts, and add a little rotation, so a rotation or a spiral of the sternum up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, come out of this rotation, move out of your side bend. And then again a side bend here. So our focus is now on the centerpiece of the deep front line, psoas and iliacus quadratus lumborum will follow too. Iliacus definitely is involved here as well. Take an inhale and then coming back into a standing position. Rolling down, a nodding of your head, a pause to breathe into the space of your shoulders, of your shoulder blades, and continue the roll down, keeping your pelvis upright. Pause until you find the midpoint of your roll down. Breathe into the lower back And then if you feel like, if this is in your movement ability, you can roll down a little bit more. If you feel like the flexion is not happening for you, you may want to take some force out of the hamstring to allow this flexion to happen, and then continue your roll down. Your hands are almost touching the floor. Take an inhale here, and then with your exhalation, you roll back up. So you could have stayed at any stage of progression here. Stepping forward with your right foot. Again, train tracks. A nice step forward that you can maintain your balance. Pubic bone lifts. Bend your front knee and come into your side bend. The right hand goes onto the inside of the right thigh to promote this upward rotation of the sternum, of your breastbone. Take an inhale here and exhale. Come out of this a little, releasing. Inhale again. Maintaining space and lift of the spine, staying as tall as possible, even though you're in a side bend and spiral. And again, inhale. And coming out of this movement. Beautiful. Good. Relevé. Double knee bend. Relevé, or you stay on your heels, whatever is your move today. And again. And you should notice the movement of the double knee bend, the mobility of your ankle joints will have already increased. And lower down, coming to a centered standing position. Relevé. Lower your heels. A side bend to the right side. Lifting your right ribs off the right edge of your pelvic bone. Pubic bone lifts, creating a tensional space in your body. Bend your right knee. And now the hand leads the way, the elbow follows, shoulder girdle follows. You, as if you would hug a big Swiss ball with this one arm, you roll down and rotate down towards your knee. Pelvis stays upright. And now extend the right knee and bend the right knee again. Extend and bend. And now begin to change the arm position a little. So we're here on the side, lateral line, but also QL, deep front line, receives a nice little reminder that there is also space needed. Now moving back into your side bend, in your tall, long side bend on both sides. And you take your left arm out and over, unwinding side bend to the right, left, to the left. Now take a deep breath. Notice the difference between left and right. You may notice this in the whole side of the body or just areas, or maybe notice nothing. This is possible as well. Relevé. Lower your heels and the arms halfway. A side bend to the left side. Increase the side bend. Maintaining the uprightness of your pelvis. And now bend your left knee and curl over this invisible Swiss ball to your right. And stroke with your hand over the Swiss ball. And now stay here halfway and extend the left knee and bend. Do this a couple more times. Now begin to keep the knee bent and now begin to move your arm a little, changing the tension in the fascial structures, the myofascial meridians involved in this movement. And now coming back into your side bend. This was like a half roll down and an unwinding side bend to the right. Lovely. Relevé. Plié, double knee bend. Relevé. Plié, double knee bend. And now lower the heels, lower the arms. Now, what we need is to maintain the integrity of our deep front line, particularly in this area, in your mid portion. Take your arms up to the sky. And now pubic bone lifts, sternum lifts, and your fingertips reach out whilst your arm bones are still drawing into the sockets. And release. We do this again. You reach out. It is not a lumbar extension. We want to find this extension in the upper portion, from the dorsal hinge upwards. So your arms reach, your pubic bone lifts, your sternum lifts, and you look diagonally up towards the ceiling. Now lower the arms and add a little slow double knee bend. And then again, reach pubic bone, sternum, reach the arms and fingers away from the arm bones that are hugging into the arm sockets, and a double knee bend again. If you like, you can add the first portion of your roll down. So you taking your head, you nodding your head and finding the space in between your shoulder blades whilst your pubic bone reaches up towards your nose. And you may want to increase the curl in the upper body depending on what you feel comfortable with today. Reaching up one more time and double knee bend and reach. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Et voila, this is it. I hope the cobwebs are a little bit dusted off your fascial system. I hope you feel a little bit more energized, and as always, send me a message, send me an email. I love getting your messages, and comment on the video, like the video. What else do I have to say? Thank you for being here. Thank you.